Hey guys, Justin here. I'm in Midland right now and let's do a route here. There are some crazy people behind me, so I need to be careful. So sorry about that close up there, but that's basically what I need to say. And we're gonna be doing another odd route today here in Midland. 326. Yes, 326 to Midland Station via Great Eastern Highway. That's a circular route, which is completely stupid. Look at this. This is it. It's basically actually a 300, but 300 is the Midland Shuttle, Midland Gate Shuttle, which is right there. This is the designated bus for it, 1466. So it's basically that, but instead of just looping around the shopping center, it goes a little bit further away from the shopping center, like one more block of suburb looping, and then come back to do the shopping center. That's basically it. So that's why this service, 326, 2 services on weekdays. Only 2. 908 and 201. So this is 201. I will be taking the 201 one, but I'm not going to take from here because it's circular and it's so short. So again, I'm going to walk around like halfway, and I'm going to take it from somewhere in the middle of the trip. So that's why. Let's go and start walking. I want to walk all the way until like past the shopping center spot. Then I'm going to board from there. So time lapse again. Let's go and do it. This is so dumb. This route, literally like completely stupid. No point. Literally, considering it's only 2 services. Like what the hell? Well, anyways, let's start walking. I'll start walking very soon, but there are flies again, so that's why I just want to stay here for a little longer before I start walking. I'm gonna just walk along here. I probably start over there because there's some other crazy peoples behind that way, so that's why I don't really want to go over that way. Let's just start walking. Alright, so I've walked over here and let's get walking. There goes 1466 again, I think. Yep, there he goes on the Midland Shuttle. Let's start walking. Alright, so there's the first stop. All these stops are actually basically common stops as all of the other routes, to be honest with you guys. So that's why there's the first stop. Continue our walk here. Bus coming through. 2553. More flies. Alright, continue our walk here. That's the first stop of the 326. I will go across to the outside road and we'll continue walk from there. I don't know whether I can make it all the way to the stop that I want to. I might just stop at the one previous stop. You see, 326 to Midland Station via Victoria Parade. You can see all the stops here. 326. Literally, you see, every stop almost the same. It's just these stops are different, and then that. Like, what the hell? You see, all of the stops of 300 is literally the same for the 326. No difference. Like, what the hell? It's just some of the stops, but yeah, still, seriously. Yeah, continue. Alright, here's the second stop right next to Midland Gate. I was literally just here like 20 minutes ago. So I took the 300 here to just go back just to try out the route. The free shuttle. 326 here still. There's the CD thing here. Literally every single thing's the same. And also look at the amount of letters here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, no I because it's confusing. J, K, L, M, N, no O, P, Q, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So basically every single letter is on it. What the hell? Every single letter on this random stop here. Wow. Alright, I'm just gonna walk one more stop and I'm just gonna call that there. And then I'm just gonna wait for my 326 to go back. I'm not gonna walk one more stop. I actually want to walk 2 more stops, but I'm just gonna walk one more if that's okay for now. This bus over there, 2532 on a 33 something service. No, not 33. I don't know, but something over there. Let's continue. One more stop. Alright, here we are, made it to another stop. I'm just gonna stop here. It's getting hot for me, and yeah, and there's a shelter here, so it's actually perfect to stop to wait for my 326. From there, from Midland Station all the way to here, every single route actually does the same thing. So that's why I just spare you guys from watching the real time of that. And now from here, the stops will be slightly different for the 326 for some of the other routes. So that's why we're gonna start filming from here. Back to Midland Station. Let's wait for our bus now. Well, while we're waiting, just bus boarding. 278, High Wycombe Station. No deviation for this trip, 2441. That is a Beckenham bus. Yes. Also, 2277, that's another Beckenham bus because future bus, 1685. I was actually mistaken for the 307 journey. That 2491, that's actually a Midvale bus. That's not a Canningvale one. Canningvale one is actually 2496 to 99, but all the other ones are actually in Midvale. So 300 coming in here, 1466. There's only one bus for it, so more flies here. Someone's getting off here. Luckily, actually, my bus was late, so that's why then it's not gonna have two buses at the same time. If it's two buses at the same time, then the driver might just ask me why I'm not taking this one. Because this thing's literally pretty much the same if you go back to Midland Station. Plus it's free. Because it's a shuttle bus, it's free, so that's why more flies, gosh. Let's wait for our bus, hopefully comes, because if it's delayed, I might not be able to get back to my service on time for the next trip. Our bus is just behind the light over there. It's a future bus, so let's get ready on board. It might be a Midvale future bus, but let's see what it is. Alright, it is a Midvale bus, 1476. One person on it. So, but he's gonna get off very soon. Yeah, he's getting off literally next stop, so... Well, I'm taking all the way back to the station, so that's why. Midvale future bus, 1476. Well, let's do it. Now, if you're doing 300, if 300 turns left, this is where the 300 finished because there's the shuttle serving the shopping center. So that's why basically the 300 is just looping around the shopping center. So that's gonna turn left right here. But we're not really just serving the shopping center. We're going like slightly just further away. So that's why this is like one of the most pointless service of all times. But there are people using it, and they're just literally getting to this stop, which is actually common with the 327 and the 328. I mean, there are no 328 right now, but I guess 1685 on the 277. He just came back, so yeah, he's slightly late, but probably just waiting for the 300 to go. So, oh, someone's getting off right here outside of Taco Bell, and then common route is actually 320. Like 320 also comes here, so that's like, what's the point? Literally 320 is the most common one of all. 328 is rush hours exclusive, going outbound. And 321 is like how many trips? Same as 326 honestly. So basically just 320 non-stop at this stop. We have a few more stops coming before we turn up to Victoria Parade. So I randomly took the thumbnail, so that's why I actually don't know how the thumbnail looks. Hopefully I actually got a thumbnail instead of actually having absolutely nothing. Yeah, for sure this one will be by Midvale Depot because it's literally just up here one trip, like randomly at 2 o'clock. So why would I actually give it to other depots to do it? For sure just Midvale. So this is like the lamest route of all times. Lamest route of all times. Here's Victoria Parade, we turn left. They even have a big old sign actually for this, when there's only 2 trips for this stupid route per day on weekdays. Literally stupid. Turned into Victoria Parade here. Now there's slightly difference at the end with the 300 because the 300 actually needs to loop an extra area around Midland Station, around that town hall area. That is actually exclusive to the 300, while this one just goes like the other normal routes to just drive straight down from the shopping center, like all the other circular routes does. 313, 313, 314, 315, 324 and 325. So it's just the same, but this is also circular, which is completely pointless, this circular. Considering for sure no one's gonna board this. Only 2 trips per day, who the hell would care about it? Now if it's having a lot of frequency, then I can just take halfway and then wait for the next one to go back the other half. To continue the other half. But this thing is like 2 trips per day, so I cannot even do that. So I have to only just walk if I don't want to take a full loop. Which I did, walked a little bit. And now we just go back to Midland Station on the bus. This is actually a pretty long loop in here, to be honest with you guys. Bus turns right. It's basically actually just like doing a school service, serving the schools around here, isn't it? Because there's actually like a little bit of a primary school over here, or a kindergarten. And the thing is, it's not even school releasing time yet, and it's way too early. The childhood parenting center. It's way too early. Literally no one's here. Like, this route is completely stupid. I don't really get the point of this. Like, no one's even using it. That guy that actually used this didn't even actually came into this this section, which is actually exclusive to the route. It just basically went to the section that actually is common with other routes. So like, what the hell? Okay, we're turning up here and turn left. I think this is actually the same. Yes, this is the same path as the 315 and the 314. Yep, we already went back up here to where the other route's already touching, so what's the point of having this route here, really? And now we just basically go back to Midland Station as the same as all of the other routes. Which is completely pointless. Even there's a time stop, I think, but people can actually take it because it's the same, so. The driver is actually telling that passenger, get your hand out and ready for getting off or something, ready for getting the bus or something, hail the bus, don't just sit there. But the thing is, she's probably just waiting for a 314, 315 or something, or these normal runs that she's used to. Probably she doesn't even know that there's a route 326. So that's not, it's just randomly that this 326 drove in there, and then she didn't actually like expect that there would be actually a 326, and then just jumped right up and just asked the bus to stop. That's not on the driver, that's not on the passenger's fault, seriously. Like, besides bus enthusiasts and also people living around this area, I don't think anyone actually knows about this route. When they actually come and visit this area around, they're just gonna look on Google Maps, and Google Maps is just gonna ask them to take 315 or 325 or whatever, those more frequent routes, instead of this 2 times per day service. Well, now turn back down and turn back to Midland Gate, which we just right there. Like, what the hell? We're literally right there. Okay, so I'm using my Android phone for these random circular routes, so just to kill them off. And then later on we go up to Upper Swan and Boosbrook. We'll use my other phone for filming. Which I need to wait up there for quite a while before I actually can get the services back. Now, I particularly actually waited for this section, this time, to actually film these 2 routes up to Upper Swan and Boosbrook, because I can get a good connection, like kind of good connection, instead of actually waiting hours to get another bus. Because on weekdays, on school days, there will be of course, the normal weekday service for the 310 that will start from Midland up to Upper Swan. That's the one and only non-deviating trip for the whole day, and it's actually perfect timing in the middle of the afternoon. So it's the one and only non-deviating trip. All of the other ones deviates via Vivash and Hearns Hill and all of that area. which you can check out Mark's video on that. Is he filmed at the 311, but it's basically the same deviations for those. Technically, I want to say 310, basically the whole route of 310 is the exact same stop as the 311. It's just that inside Upper Swan they do a little loop. But for the inbound trip, the 310 is literally the same as the 311. No difference for all of the stops. So that's fine. So, but those two, I can get the 310 here at 2:30, up to Upper Swan at 3 o'clock something, and then there will be a school trip for the 311 departing at a school, which doesn't happen on non-school days. So that's why I do this, because if there are no school days, that trip will be not available. So that's why that means I actually don't have an extra trip there. That extra trip really helps out because that thing actually arrives at that spot of the 310 terminus at 3:30, so I only need to wait for half an hour. Well, if I don't do that, I need to wait for like an hour and a half or even 2 hours for a bus. And then we'll go up to Boothbrook, and in Boothbrook I should arrive at around 4, and there will be a return trip, the last return trip for the 311 back to Midland at 4:40, which is again like 30 to 40 minutes of wait instead of like 2 hours. So that's why it's perfect timing. Then I can get decent connections instead of actually spending hours up there in rural areas getting murdered by flies and all that stuff. Yeah, this is the exact same path as all of the other things, so honestly I don't get the point of this circular route. 2 trips per day, and literally no one even actually used that exclusive section. Everyone just using it and the common sections of the 300, to be honest, and also the circular routes up to Stratton and Jane Brook. That's basically it for the route. Wow. And basically I think 2 more stops at Midland Station already. Yeah, this is one of the most pointless routes. Definitely, I think the most pointless routes here in Midland. Yeah, definitely, I think the most pointless routes. Everything else actually does serve some unique places. This thing doesn't even serve any unique places. Just that loop inside Victoria Parade is completely useless. 301, you guys might be thinking is pointless, that no one takes it, but it serves the hospital. That's already a big thing. This thing doesn't serve anything. Literally just serving the shopping center mainly, which the 300 is doing regular services. All the other things actually serve suburbs that actually people live in. That's just basically a random loop inside a random place. Wow, this is probably one of the worst routes to actually have a service. Even 577 actually serves a suburb that actually people live in. Up there I don't even see anything. Plus 577 have regular services, so at least it's more useful because you can still go in that regularly. But instead of this one only have 2 trips, you know? So, off the useless route, probably even better because like 273 and maybe 272. 272 thing is that they're actually trying to time the 272 with the community center like time. So that's why basically for the towards the community center section, it's probably actually timed well for some of the maybe some random leisure sessions that are actually happening inside the community center. Then people can actually go in there and just on time with the bus, and then as soon as they're done they have a bus to go back. That's basically the main point of the 272, so probably it's going to be pretty well used. Well, back to Midland now. We have all of the buses here and we're just going to get off right here. I need to pack my things, so let's go and pack them. Literally this, I just hope that he's not out of my 310 that's gonna upcoming. If not, it's gonna be awkward. It's not too awkward. 278 Beckenham bus doing it, 2410. I think all of the deviations have ended, so that's why I don't see any deviating trips anymore. Well, made it to Midland. I'm packing all my stuff just to get off, so. And made it. He's doing something else now. Oh man, he is parked. Oh, he's parking at 290 stand. Okay, anyways. Got off. 326 1476, one of the trashiest service here. Really don't get the point. We got buses here. 300 1466. Well, there you guys have it. One of the most pointless routes here in Midland covered. And probably won't be taking it ever again because it's so useless. Click on these videos up top. Remember to like and subscribe. Click the bell so that you can get notifications when I post. Check out the links in the description down below for my other channels, my Instagram. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace!